and yeah, I literally created my own label to do so. So basically, we created this a year and 2 months ago, something like this. I had a label back then, but it was actually a sub label from some other label. But then we decided to let's just create our own thing. It's not going to be like a regular label or anything. We're just going to take whatever contract we can find from other labels, and we're going to try to just make it better. And we're going to try to just sign few artists. We don't sign the artists, we just sign the songs. We'll never sign any artists exclusively or whatever. And we try to create parties all around the club and book them. So we're not, and we're trying to be the nicest guys business wise. Like, we're not going to rip off anyone, and we literally had our terms. That's our first Insta post. It's basically like artists are getting, I think, 67.4% royalties.
Why so specific?
So it's I can't remember why is it so specific. Let me just pull up the Instagram post.
That's quite a big chunk.
It is, yeah. So about us, we're only
who's your distributor?
Symphonic.
Okay, I know.
They're great guys.
What's your label name?
Artist.
What's your label name?
More Bass, More Good.
Nice.
So we literally have everything on Insta. Like, you can just go to our first post, and there's like literally this, and so there's no hidden cost. We don't make the artist pay for the artwork. We don't make the artist pay for any assets. So we just make all the assets ourselves, and I basically make all the artworks and all the assets, and not the assets. Florian make the assets usually, and so basically the label cut is 30%. The distributor takes 15%, and then the artist gets 55%. But usually the labels don't show you the distributor cut, so we actually showed it, so the artist can see how much money is getting to the label, how much money is going to the distributor.
It's really cool. Also making the artwork, man, the shit you have to pay for and all the deductibles and recoupables, it just is insane. It makes no sense. We at some point had in-house label costs. No clue what that is.
In-house label costs.
Yeah,
okay.
But whatever. But it's actually
some labels made me pay 500 euros for an artwork, and I was like, "How is this possible?" Like, I can understand graphic designers wants to earn something, but at this point, I don't even make money by releasing music. I will just rather just release white noise.
Yeah, exactly.
But I totally agree. At some point, I even said, "Okay, you can make the artwork, but not your logo on it. If you want your logo on it, you have to pay me." Yeah, for the logo. Yeah, no, it's our label. Yeah, fuck that's my fucking artwork, dude. Yeah,
pay for it.
Pay. Yeah,
exactly.
It's 500 euros. It's a bargain. No, but it makes no sense. I really love this. It's really transparent. That's what it should be about.
Yeah.
And then all they have to do is sign it away for life. And
that's it.
It's like 12 or 15 years of...
I think we do 10 years or something. Yeah,
10.
I think we have 10 years.
It's not going to last, but it's really nice. But you're too kind.
No, I'm not trying to be too kind. I'm just trying to be normal. Like, we have 30% of the royalties. And I think the plan, like our business plan right now is not to make most of the money on royalties, but on merch. And we also launch, we launch a website. Like, for now, it's a Shopify website, but we're building a better website right now. And we're also trying to do...
Shopify is nice as well.
It is. It works. It just works. And we're doing preset packs and sample packs. And so right now we're going to build like all these preset packs, all these sample packs. And for now, I just released one preset pack, and it made me like one Serum preset pack made me more money than what I do with like 6 songs usually.
Wow.
It's actually a good business model.
Yeah, it's good business. Yeah. Have you ever thought about giving back, let's say, the rights for an amount of royalties back? Let's say you get now approximately 30% of all the royalties. Let's say you give it back and keep 10% or 15%, so they can entrepreneur with their own tracks. Sometimes I'm a little bit annoyed that let's say a track doesn't do well within its first 3 months. Nobody works it anymore. It's just dead in the water. If I would get more percentage back, I would make the effort, but now I'm sure nobody will make an effort because I'm not going to make the effort for their percentage, which is usually 60% for them and 40 for me. But if they would say, hey, here's 30% of our cut and you get now 70, I would be like, okay, I might market this stuff. Yeah, it could also be something for artists signed at your label when there are tracks just dead in the water. Yeah, let's give them an incentive to do their own job.
I do think if I hear the percentages, you are maybe too kind. But what I think is most important is not per se lower percentages for the label or something, but the transparency you offer. That's your biggest thing. I think that's so interesting, and it's for a lot of producers. We sign contracts early in our careers where we're like, I don't even know what I'm signing. And if you can offer the transparency, you can even in the future maybe or soon change the percentages and be like, hey, yes, we're going to make a bit more so we can provide such and such. If you get bigger.
And of course, the value here is in the community of more bass, more good.
Yeah.
More good, more bass, more good, more bass.
More bass, more good. Yeah.
More bass, more good.
Have you ever heard of building in public?
Okay. Yeah.
What do you mean building public?
Yeah, have you ever heard of the term build in public?
No. But
it's kind of what you're doing right now. You should definitely check it out. As in, it's building a business in public, so sharing everything openly. So the percentages, the revenues, the everything.
Yeah, kind of like Tesla or stuff like that. Yeah.
I'm not sure if Tesla does it, but there's like a few Dutch companies here who do it in a great way, and a few Americans that I know. But it's all about sharing all the statistics and data out there, so people know why they're paying and what they're paying for and what they're receiving and all that stuff. But it's an interesting thing.
But I think in general, if people like that, it's always the thing when people make a lot of money and you see it in interviews where they interview some politician or artist and it's about how much money they make. And the people get all like, it's disclosed in our... And that makes it awkward. If the guy would just say, yes, I make this much money because this is what I add to that festival. And you can...
You're just fine
whatever.
with it. Yeah,
exactly.
People are like, hey, man, that guy's transparent and I would love to make that kind of money. Yeah. Good on him. So I think that transparency is...
I think it's the same thing where like people are saying like, oh yeah, David Guetta makes $1 million when he gets booked somewhere. And you're like, dude, he sells so many tickets. Like you can't even imagine how many tickets he's going to sell. Like he's going to just like make everything sold out. And there's value to it.
I loved his response in an interview. He was like, it says that you are worth 300 million or you make this much a year. And he's like, well, I don't know. So that must be a good sign if you don't know.
It's like, so good.
Then with his accent.
With his accent, amazing.
Yeah, I don't know.